Alright, in the airport parking garage, it was not even 2 hours ago that I clocked out of my Tuesday, September 9th shift. It ended after midnight, so now it's September 10th. But yeah, not even 2 hours ago I clocked out, went back to the address. Now I'm here, and boarding starts in like 55 minutes, so no time to waste. I'm not tired now. Oh, I will be before I check into the Airbnb, but such is life. Stairwell 30. You know, I think this is exactly where I parked on the trip to Reno. Pretty sure it was Stairwell 30. Also pretty sure it was Terminal 1. Anyway, should be able to find my way back, that means. Yeah, this is exactly where I said peace out, Vegas, when I went to Reno. They're doing construction, so the walkway, the moving walkway isn't working. I actually have to walk myself, like with my legs, but whatever. That was unbelievably smooth. Did not need to take my shoes off. Didn't even have to take my hat off. Didn't have to take anything out of my bag, no electronics. So that was really smooth. Now I gotta get to the gate. It's down this hallway. Only about 7 hours, 45 minutes till I can check into the Airbnb. So, gotta get my rental car. In years since I rented a car. Gotta get that. And then you'll see where I'm going. Maybe in this video, maybe not. Alright, I haven't rented a car in a while. It wasn't like this last time. Just walk around and the keys are in the car. I don't even know how they're aware I'm taking this one, but whatever, they'll figure it out. Alright, I think this is going to end this section of this video. Getting into town. I'm in Salt Lake City now, and I'm going to head to my first stop because I have quite a few hours until I could check into the Airbnb. So this is going to do it for now. You probably already saw it because I'm doing this non-linear timeline thing, and it's going to be odd. But yeah, got into town, slept on the plane. You know, Spirit, from people who have actually taken it, people's experiences sound better than the reputation it has. That was a very smooth flight. Everything about it was smooth. The chair, the seat was pretty hard. It was pretty annoying sitting in that chair. But besides that, everything was smooth. It helped that it was such an early morning flight. There weren't a lot of people on the plane, so there was a lot of space, and it didn't take long for everyone to get on. But yeah, barely even noticed. I was asleep, but barely even noticed we were like in the air and landed. When we landed, like, that woke me up a little, but it was quick. It was about an hour from Vegas to Salt Lake City, and the lighting is better like this, so I'm gonna get out of here. Alright, I actually just finished playing at Wendover Nugget, the Nugget Casino in West Wendover, Nevada. I am going to give you some pictures. Took some pictures inside of the poker room, and I'm going to give you a slideshow, and then come back to the garage roof here, even though it's crazy windy, and show you, tell you some more details that I couldn't quite capture in the picture. So enjoy the slideshow. All right, if you're on the casino floor, which is kind of like the second floor, you'll go downstairs, and as soon as you start walking down the stairs, you see this sign. Cool that the poker room has its own name, Aces Poker. The name of the casino is Nugget, Wendover Nugget, but the poker room has its own name, Aces Poker. That's pretty cool. I don't know any other place that does that. Also, just like this, that cowboy with the Aces, that logo. That looks pretty cool, like the colors. I was a fan of that also. This was an empty table while I was waiting for a game to get started. Chairs were comfortable. The only bad thing, a couple of them like this one were kind of leaned back. There are not 3 levers. There's only 1 lever, up and down. So if you get one like this, there's no kind of like tilting it forward. You just have to change it out for another chair. But they were comfortable chairs. Love the V-shaped drink trays. The non-V-shaped drink trays take up so much space. Some people can't have the drink tray behind them. They need it like at their side, and it just takes up so much space at the table. So love that V-shaped Red Rock in Vegas. I know has a bunch like that. This was cool. In the poker room, there's a bar. Like, people could just hang out here, hang out at the bar, drink, play the slot machines in the counter of the bar. It wasn't that it was exclusively poker. There was no other reason to be in the room. I like that also. Here are the chips. Yeah, only bought in for 200. We started a shorthanded table, and I had everyone tied or covered. The point of this picture, though, is to show you this was a little weird with the shape. I do like a betting line. There is very little space between the rail and the betting line. I was in the 2 seat. Like the 1 seat, the 5 seat, the 6, the 9, they had more space. I had a very small amount of space. My cards, I was capping them, which I don't always do, but I was capping them because they were inside the betting line. There was like no other room. I was working with my chips behind the betting line though, but small amount of space. And now some information that I couldn't capture with the pictures. Eight tables. A lot of space between the tables. It's unfortunate that it's not very busy in there. Not a lot of energy in the building as a whole, because that's a nice space. Very close to the parking structure here, and it is 1 floor like below the table games and slot machines. So you walk in, poker's right there. You can go right up the stairs and play slots or table games, and it's pretty clean, pretty modern. Not as modern as Montego Bay across the street, but more modern on the inside than you would think by looking at the outside. So yeah, 8 tables, a lot of room. Also 2 tables if people just want to like bring food and like sit down and eat and like sit near the bar. There is a bar. That's cool. I like having that near poker. And there are slot machines in the bar. And there's also just 2 tables. I guess if people went to the food court, brought food back, and just wanted to like sit near the bar, near the TVs, near the poker table. So that was cool that it's not just poker. There could be people in there for other reasons. Even though it wasn't that busy, there was one guy sitting at the bar watching the Rangers-Mets game. High hands. So, flush minimum, at least what was going on today. Flush minimum to qualify. And it looked like more money if more tables are running. So we had 1 table going, so it was a $100 high hand. If 2 tables were going, it would be $200. If 3 tables were going, it would be $300. I hit one of the high hands. I had pocket queens, hit queens full of 9s. Both cards do need to play. And yeah, since it was 1 table going, it was $100. That was interesting because we opened the table at 6:30, 6:31. And that was enough for the 6 o'clock to 7 o'clock high hand. The floor said the table needs to be, you need to play at least 30 minutes of the hour. Like, if we opened the table at like 6:53 and only played 7 minutes of the hour, we wouldn't have been eligible. But we opened right around 6:30. I timed it at 6:31, but he said 6:30, so we were eligible. That was cool. That floor also, he was flooring and dealing. Like, there are people who do it one or the other based on what day of like the week it is. He was just doing both. He only had 1 other employee. So the other employee was dealing alternate half hours. It said Smalls on his name tag. He was dealing the other half hour of the hour, and he was also flooring, trying to get people in the room and doing like paperwork and things like that. So Smalls was a great employee. And yeah, trying to think if there was anything else. Let me look at my notes quick. A few more things. Let's go to that side. $2 per hour comps. I don't have a card, but if you're going to be here for a while, it says Maverick. So it doesn't look like it's the Golden Nugget card that I use at Golden Nugget in Vegas and Golden Nugget in Atlantic City. Not that Golden Nugget in Atlantic City has poker anymore, so I don't know why I'd ever be there again. But it says Maverick on everyone's players cards. And the only thing I didn't like, there's no clock for the high hand. So I was like not sure. There was only 1 table going, so like when I hit the full house with like 5 minutes left in the hour, I was probably going to hold. But I was looking around for a clock. There is none. And the way the floor worded it,
it's when the hand starts. Like Planet Hollywood, it's the opposite. It's when the hand finishes, when the hand shows down, and you need to be in that high hand period. Here, it was like, I looked at my phone, it was 7 o'clock, and he said, this is the last hand of the half hour. I think you could tell why I was looking around. I mean, the hand ended after 7. No one hit any. Actually, the guy did have a set of jacks. He had a 1-outer going to the river to hit quads and beat me, but no one hit it, so it was moot. But yeah, no clock, and it's when the hand starts, not finishes. But just giving you the information. So there you go. Nugget in Wendover, my 95th poker room. Very fortunate that we had a table going. I think someone said different promos on Saturday than Friday. There would probably be more people playing poker in there on Saturday because of the higher payout promos, but I don't know. I know what was going on today, which is a Friday. Anyway, got to do other things before I head back to Salt Lake City.
And remember, rice is a knife food.